nice use of the flute register.
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan and today we're reviewing a singer I am completely unfamiliar with until just recently, So Hyang. And she is a South Korean singer and she has a beautiful voice. We're going to be listening to her sing, and I want to get the pronunciation of this right. Arirang Alone. Forgive me if that's not accurate. My understanding is that this is a Korean folk song. The version we're going to be hearing, sung by So Hyang, is one that has got this really dramatic presence and sense to it, and it's quite the journey vocally, because it in one sense it's very folky, very classic. And then she has these big dramatic moments, which I think you're going to really enjoy. Let's dive straight in and enjoy this singer. And if you've never heard So Hyang before, I think you're going to really enjoy her sound. Let's have a listen. Isn't that interesting? She starts off with a very a change, a variance in her tone. So I wonder whether she, at the very beginning, is giving us a sneak preview to where the tone will go, because then as she steps into the really classic value that we are in right now, we hear like a purity enter into the sound. And I can only suspect that that's on purpose. I'm going to take it back just so you can have a listen to that change. Have a listen. See how she takes the edge off the tone? Almost takes the twangy edge off it. It's very light, but she didn't start that way. Interesting. Isn't that just a heavenly sound? It's so pretty. And it's pretty because it is pure. It's just this pure, light, upper register sound that is just has this wonderful innocence to it. And you can really see her managing the air. She's really keeping that really balanced flow, that phonatory threshold flow is very even. Interestingly, his little hot tip, it doesn't stay that way. Wait, it's coming. We hear a little bit more body coming in there. She's almost got to a point there where she's almost encouraging the audience. Like there's an audience participationary sort of calling in the voice there. And I think that's partly because this is a folk song that everyone, I dare say, most people in the audience know. And so there's this sense of sing with me. You know, it's sort of got this calling to it. And we hear that in the body of the sound. No longer is it got that just purely pure tone. It's also being undergirded by the backing vocals. We've now got a backing vocal ensemble coming in to build body into the sound. I love this violinist. She just feels it so beautifully. Oh, have a listen to that. Have a listen to the way she glides that note. Ah. Oh, I'm not overly sure about what's going on with the jaw there. Can you have a look? See how there's an asymmetry through the jaw? And so the jaw's sort of tilting to one side. I wonder whether there's a little bit of sort of asymmetrical tension going on there. And then we sort of see the jaw grip down a little bit. Let me take it back. Watch her jaw as she sings into this bigger section. There's a little bit of gripping going on. I'm going to take us back to have a listen to that. Can I just say maybe that is a Korean articulatory behaviour. I don't speak Korean, so I would have to acknowledge that up front. Maybe that is an appropriate way to shape that particular vowel in the Korean language. And if that is, mea culpa, I don't know. But equally, for the efficiency of the voice, we don't like to see that level of tension through the jaw, generally speaking. I want to go back though, because what she does after we see that tension in the jaw is pretty spectacular. Here it is. That's a big sound for a small-framed lady. Oh, yeah. Love the arrangement. Nice use of the flute register. I personally wouldn't call that whistle tone. You might think differently, and if you do, don't hesitate to leave your comments below. I would call that flute register, but it's a really well energized, supported flute, and so we get that strength, that body, that weight of tone in it. Let's have a listen to the lead up to it. Bit of riff and run there, and back into the folk. What a wonderful arrangement. And again, she's sort of leading the congregation, if you will, the audience in this lovely folk rendition. It really does speak to the humility of the performer and the performance, that to engage the audience in singing along, she's maintaining that lower register, very comfortable range, so that people can participate. And I think that's wonderful. Audience are loving it. Oh, let's have a listen to that again, because the way she's moving across her registers is seamless. Here we're hearing, in the lead up to this, she's in that lower register, and then she flips straight into her flute register just wonderfully. There are activities I work on with my students in the Voice Essentials program where we work on that movement. There you go. If you're one of my students and you're watching now, you know why, because there are songs like this that require it. That dexterity, that coordination between registers. There she is, leading the audience. Yep, I love it. He loves it. Can I just say that when you find yourself in a scenario like that as a performer, which I have many times, and the audience starts to sing along, the great temptation, and dare I say the temptation I have run afoul of on occasion, is to start over singing, because the audience starts to drag that out of you because they're into it and they're singing along, and you feel like your voice has got to sit up and above the congregant voice, that collective sound. And one voice can't do that even when it's amplified, but she doesn't give in to that. She just sits there and just manages it and continues to almost allow the congregation to be audibly in the moment with her as an equal party in the audio landscape. I think it's pretty fantastic. Big belt. I want to go back and have a listen to look at those two guys, because it's almost like they can't believe what they're watching. Here they are. What? And pure again.
Arirang Alone, Arirang, Arirang 고개를 넘어 간다.
Yeah, very pretty. And you know, that ending, if you ever want to hear or make an assessment over the skill of a singer, have a listen to, and you get to hear a song arranged like that where you have that really quiet section at the end. If the singer has managed their voice well, as So Hyang has done in that particular piece, the voice will be clear at the end. And that's not actually very easy to do if the voice has been overloaded and has been fatigued through the performance. To go back to a clean, clear, pure tone that is light, remembering it's harder to sing light and soft than it is to sing big and loud. To be able to go back to that pure tone is a real testament to her skill as a singer, as was the whole performance. It's quite a different performance than I'm generally used to watching, and it was beautiful. It was almost, dare I say, was it like a Korean folk meets K-pop? I don't know. You tell me in the comments section below how you would classify the arrangement. It was interesting, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed, you know, becoming aware of So Hyang. She's got a marvelous voice, and if you've made your way to this vocal analysis, I'm sure that you possibly already knew that she did. So count me as one of the club now. I now know about So Hyang, and I'm glad I do. We do these vocal analyses every week, so I hope you'll subscribe and join our ever-growing community of singers from across the globe who want to raise their voice in song, because here at Voice Essentials we believe it is the birthright of everybody to sing, and that includes you. I very much hope to see you again soon. I'm Dr. Dan. Sing well.